what's up, you guys? Bananda here. Sorry, I just like filmed the video, so I'm just like still trying to get situated. Well, I kind of just want to hit topics on this because, especially on Trump kind of throwing the trans people that feel comfortable going to the bathroom bill. That's like the easiest way to say it. Pretty much getting rid of that and abolishing it was kind of messed up, and I'm very, I don't even know how to phrase this. I think that it's not okay. Like, I'm trying to like phrase it so I'm not like pissed off about it. But I want to talk about, like, I have these papers that are called like the Gender Unicorn and this like sexual orientation terms and definitions. So I just kind of wanted to like hit bases and talk about stuff like this because for me, I'm technically a non-binary person. I don't really associate myself with either gender, but I do go by, well, most of the time at my job, at my morning job, I go by he, him pronouns, or I try to, and I pretty much just like don't say anything to my night job because I don't really like working there that much, but I do. But I don't really like feel like I want to go by either genders, but I don't want to like use the they them pronouns. Like, I'm very confusing. Like, I don't know. I'm just weird, okay? But I want to talk about this. This thing is called the Gender Unicorn. If you've seen this before, or if you haven't, it's by the Trans Student Educational Resources. They use it at my work, my morning job, because they're very good people. They care about people's pronouns and care about how people feel about themselves, how they perceive themselves, so others can perceive them the way the person wants others to receive them, I guess, if that makes sense. But it says the first topic is your gender identity. If you female, woman, girl, male, man, boy, other genders. There's so many different genders. People say, oh, there's only 2 genders. I don't believe that. I've never felt like I was a boy or girl. To be honest, let me explain something really quickly about myself. If I could physically unzip my skin and just be bones, I would be the happiest person ever. Like, no joke, I don't want skin, I don't want a body, I just want to be a skeleton or just nothing. So that's how I feel. That's why I'm saying I'm not really either. I'm not really like associating. I really don't care because I don't feel like I'm this. Oh, poos move. The next is gender expression. Female, or feminine, masculine, or other, depending on how you feel personally. The sex assigned at birth, usually, to be honest, if you ask someone, never go up and just ask someone what their gender is, because you'll either get something you don't know, or you'll get something you know, or you just don't understand. But some people don't care about their assigned gender at birth because someone can't just look at someone's genitals the second they're birth and are born and be like, hey, this is a female, hey, this is a male. But it's how the world was. It's changed a lot. It's awesome, and I love how the world is changing. It is amazing how open we are to about every gender, every person, every kind of person, that everyone's body is beautiful, and I love it. Who you're physically attracted to, women, men, other genders, or an in-between kind of thing, just anything you're attracted to. And emotionally attracted to, because you can be physically attracted to someone, and they could be everything you want, and you could be like, I could do that, chill with them and be with them, like, sexually all the time, but I'm not emotionally attracted to them. Like, you can't sit there and talk to this person for hours and have everything in common and just feel that emotion, like my heart is your heart, kind of emotionally attractive. So, there's 2 different things about that. Some people think that's all together, and it's not. It's completely different. But yeah, that's all that's on this page. We're gonna go through some terminology. Might take me a second because it's like, okay. I'm just gonna say lesbian means, if I can find the letter, a woman / girl who is only attracted to women / girls. 2, which is gay, and I think that's an H. I can't read my own handwriting. A man / boy who is primarily attracted to men / boys. While many people use the word only to refer to men, others use it in general term to include both men and women. The gay community. That's what they told me to write in. Like, this is not everything I'm just saying, but homosexual, which is M. Someone who is attracted to people of the same sex. It is no longer commonly used as it did not emerge from within the community as was used to describe a mental illness. Oh, yeah, homosexual. That's they used to like refer that as a mental illness. Like, I didn't even know that. Oh yeah, I remember the whole Christian parents putting kids in shock therapy and shit. Bisexual, a person attracted to men and women or to individuals regardless of their biological sex or gender identity, which that's what I associate myself with. Pansexual is someone who expresses sexual attraction to individuals regardless of their gender identity or biological sex. Sexual orientation, which genders or sex someone is sexually attracted to, and the degree that which they experience sexual attraction. Romantic orientation. Where's F at? I don't even see F. A, B, C, D. Okay, F's not even on here. I don't even see F. But, okay. Romantic attractions, who you see romantically, I guess. I don't know. I don't have this on my paper. I'm sorry. Asexual. Someone who expresses very little to no sexual attraction. This does not mean they experience no romantic attraction. LGBTQ, which is A, an abbreviation used to refer to lesbians, gays, gay men, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning individuals collectively. Homophobia. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what this is, but the sympathetic oppression of lesbians and gay men based on their sexuality. L. Biphobia. The synthetic oppression of bisexual people based on their sexuality. I've had a lot of people talk shit on bisexuals because they are not technically gay, or they're not technically whatever. They are kind of technically on the fence on who they like, and everyone says, oh, you should pick one, you should pick one. Some of us, I'm attracted to men, I'm attracted to women. I find them both very, very appealing. I'm attracted to people that don't associate a gender. I don't know. I'm just attracted. Like, they're nice. Like, if I find someone attractive, I find them attractive. Like, I can't help how I feel. Heterosexism. The synthetic belief that heterosexual people in relationships are ideal and or more normal than LGBT people in relationships. Queer, which is G. A political and sometimes controversial term that some LGBTQ people have reclaimed, with others consider it derogatory. The term can refer to gender identity or sexual orientation. Don't get mad at me if I say that. I'm sorry. It was in this paper, so I'm not gonna say the word that comes up because this word disgusts me so very much. I'm gonna spell it though. FAGDYKE/etc. I don't like either of those words. They disgust me. It pisses me off when people use them. I don't feel comfortable saying them, mostly because I've been called those words, so yeah. Which is I. terms which may have been oppressive when used by people outside the community, but which some people within the community have chosen to reclaim despite the history of being used in harmful ways. Which, more power to you if you can use those words and use them positively to help yourself or whatever. I can't. It just, those words disgust me. Anyone that says them that isn't that, even if they're that and they're calling someone else, it just disgusts me. I hate when people say mean things to people and use those words because you don't have a right to say them. I think all bad words and like that are harmful to people should not be said. They should be locked away and never said. If you're gonna use a word negatively, you shouldn't be allowed to say it at all. Like, I say bad words, but I don't say them towards somebody, and I try not to say them towards somebody, and I try not to keep the negative term on it, so I don't like using negative things. Biological sex. A medical term describing the physical characteristic, yeah, you know what I'm saying. One has a reproductive system, chromosomes, and hormones. The category ignores the existence of intersex individuals because it is divided into male and female. Intersex. Someone who has a reproductive system, hormones, and or chromosomes that do not fit within the typical definitions of female and male. Gender identity. One's personal view on their own gender. Gender role. The collection of society's, I don't know what that word is, expectations and traditions for how a person or particular gender is supposed to act and be acted upon socially. Transgender. A term that broadly refers primarily to individuals who identify differently from the sex assigned at birth, or a term used by people from whom the sex they are assigned at birth is incomplete or incorrect description of themselves. Transphobia. The systematic oppression of transgender people because they do not fit social exceptions of how men and women are supposed to act and look. Transsexual. An older term used to refer to transgender people is no longer commonly used and is not emerged from within the community and was used to describe a mental illness. Some people may identify with this term. Cisgender, which now is publicly used against people, which I don't feel like it should be. You shouldn't be rude to people and call them names. You don't like being called names. You shouldn't call people that don't identify the same way or is just that. But if you're just saying it to explain, like, oh, my friend's a cisgender female or a cisgender male, that makes sense. Like, I get that. But when you're being rude towards someone and calling them a cisgender or just being rude about that and using that term negatively, you're making it everyone that uses that term seem like it's a negative term and pretty much turning everything back on us, or like not us in general, but people in the community that it's supposed to use to like talk about someone, you know, like this is my cisgender friend and this is my non-binary other friend. Like, it's an explaining terms because since genders are kind of being more explained and more genders are being revealed and people are being themselves and telling what genders they really are, and it's just turning back the clock to more oppression that's going to be constantly be put on everyone because it's just stupid. Come on, guys. Like, who cares? Don't use any words negatively towards someone, because if you don't want words negatively put at you, you shouldn't do it to others. It is as easy as that. Like, come on. Crossdresser. Someone who wears clothes that social custom delegates belong to a different gender role, not an indicator of a person's gender identity and biological sex. Drag king / queen. This is my favorite. I love drag queens. I love drag kings. They're the most coolest people I've ever met. Like, I've met one when I went to my friend's party. She was beautiful. I think drag queens and kings are the most gorgeous people ever. Like, I wish I could do that, like, all the time. Like, I wish I could be a drag king or drag queen or whatever. Like, that would be so cool. I've seen so many people dress up like drag queens. and it's just, I love it, I love it. It's just so awesome. Cross-dressing for performances such as drag shows, not an indicator of gender identity or biological sex. Drag queens and drag kings are taking over everything. Mainstream media, TV, everything. And it is just amazing. And I love it. I love all the awesome, crazy, gender diversive stuff that's going around everywhere. And it just makes me happy that everyone's able to be themselves and not push everything so deep inside and pretend that they're someone they're not. And it makes me happy to be able to be open about who I am and not have to constantly lie to myself, and I can actually be who I want to be and not care what other people say or care that I can't be myself because of the people I'm around. And it is awesome. I love how open and awesome this world is becoming, and how hopefully we'll progress farther and be able to do more. And our generations are just, I guess we're doing a lot more for the inner self than the outer self, and it's nice. And we're more body positive, which is also nice. It's more for the outer self than the inner self, but we need to let all of this inner person come out, and yeah, I'm happy. Hope you guys like this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, then I'm sorry. You can give it a thumbs down. Hope you guys got something from this and maybe learned something that you didn't really know. So I'm not really good at explaining. Never really happened. But if you are subscribed, you should hit that bell notification. Even if you're not subscribed, you should hit the bell notification so you're notified when I upload. I don't upload very regularly because I kind of suck. But yeah. I love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys are amazing every day. Hope everything in your life is going awesome. Bye, guys.